Join us for a 2 nights and 3-day adventure safari with PanAfrik Adventures. We left Nairobi CBD at around 7 o'clock. The road was quite clear, so we got at the viewpoint on time and we were able to see our first animal, which was a rock hyrax. We were also able to take some coffee and chill and also take some photos. Rift Valleys are so beautiful. The sun was out, but it wasn't so hot, so it was a pleasant safari. We got to the Mara right on time. We were staying around 800 meters from the Second Gate at the AA Mara Hotel. This is right when we entered the hotel before we got to the reception. It's just so beautiful and amazing and peaceful. The birds chirping give it a feel of relaxation, a feeling of home, a feeling of peace. And this actually was my best part about the hotel. I could just go to the reception or outside and chill and listen to the birds singing. We checked in. We were able to check in, went and had a look at our rooms. After that we went for lunch, and then we went back to the rooms to relax as we waited for the game drive, which was to take place at 4 p.m. This was it for the first day's adventures. We had to exit the park before 6:30 and we are back to the hotel waiting for dinner and just chilling. Hope you join us for tomorrow's adventure. It's the beginning of a new day. Today it's a full day game drive. We were welcomed by 2 black-backed jackals right outside our hotel. Can you spot the second hyena sleeping under the bush? We came across these very beautiful, tall and majestic birds that are just catwalking into the morning, enjoying the morning sunshine. One actually decided to give us a show. Can you spot the male and the female? Do you know the differences? What type of ostrich is this? We have several types of ostriches in Kenya. Do you know their differences? Please put it in the comments below. This was clearly the highlight of our adventure. I'm so glad that my clients got to see a cheetah in full view. This is actually so hard to see. Normally we see him hiding in the bushes, and just seeing him walk in front of us was just so beautiful. At some point our car got stuck. It had been raining the previous night. That's why we were not able to walk with him. But I think Once the cheetah spotted so many cars, he decided to give us a show, and he started rolling around in the grass just like a house cat. It was just so cute and cuddly, although I know he would tear us into pieces. At some point, I think he just got tired of the act and just walked off. We were hoping that he would hunt. I'm assuming it's a he. We were hoping that he would hunt. Unfortunately, he didn't. I think it was just a morning where he was just chilling and cooling off and just relaxing and enjoying. At some point, after around 45 minutes, he just walked off into the bushes and we couldn't spot him anymore. I have come to the Mara many times as a translator guide, but this is the first time I'm actually spotting topic calves. They're just so beautiful and so tall. It's just so adorable. Well, I think this is the birthing season. Some of them are just a few months old, and as they grow older, they take the color of the parent. So kids are actually very observant, and the kid in the group actually commented it looks like the young toppies are listening to music, because as they walk their heads are bobbing up and down. I actually hadn't observed that, but when I looked at the young calves walking, yeah, it actually did look like they were listening to music while walking. We came across this huge family of elephants, and they had a very, very young small elephant, and they were protecting the calves so fiercely, such that you see the elephant in the middle. There's a very, very young elephant on the side that they couldn't move unless he was moving. In front and behind, there was also a very huge herd of elephants. It just looked like they were grazing and just having to go about their day. And then came the highlight of the trip, in my opinion. We came across a very huge pride of lions. I counted around 15 of them, and we were able to see the leader of the troop majestically walking and resting under a Land Cruiser. I think it was just a hot day out and he just needed shade for some time. He stayed there for almost 30 minutes before walking off to rest in the long grass. Around him were quite a number of lions. We had a number of female lions. We also had a lot of cubs that were playing in the grass. Some were a bit older, some looked a bit older, some were quite young, and it was quite an interesting hour. We actually stayed there for almost an hour just to see how they're interacting, whether they're going to hunt. We were hoping that they were going to hunt. Unfortunately, they didn't. But all in all, we were grateful. We were so happy to see this. And then at the end of the day, we still had to leave and go on with our safari to see if we're going to see any more interesting scenarios out here. And then something interesting happened. The road. As it had been raining for a while, some of these places were impassable. Actually, when we were coming to this place, it was passable, but I guess by the sheer number of cars that were passing in and out of the place, the road became too slippery, and so we had to wait for each other. I just love this spirit in the tour industry, where those cars that had already passed waited for those that had been left behind, so that we could ensure that everybody has crossed all the way to the other side safely. It was just interesting getting to know some people, getting to meet them, and just seeing these amazing drivers maneuver through this sport. We got to the border of Kenya and Tanzania. As you all know, there's Masai Mara in Kenya and Serengeti in Tanzania, and this is one of the borders. A few minutes drive from the Masai Mara Serengeti border, we got to one of the Mara river banks. This is one of the famous wildebeest crossing routes. We saw different skulls here. We have the hippos, the wildebeest, the buffaloes. They put these skulls here so that we can see in real life the animals that we see from afar. And some of these animals have died due to disease, others old age, others due to wildlife to wildlife conflict. Especially the wildebeest, most of them die while crossing the river, either due to drowning or they've been killed by crocodiles. We were also able to move in closer to the river so that we can see the different hippo pools, the different hippo families that are living in the river. And we got an in-depth knowledge of the hippo and the crocodile life. Close to that, we were able to see an agama lizard. It's a very colorful lizard. At some point, we also saw a very old crocodile. Our ranger told us it is close to 70 years of age, which was quite interesting. We continued with our walk near the riverbank to see if we will be able to spot any more crocodiles. Sadly, we were not able to spot any more. We are now at the Mara Bridge, also known as the Purungat Bridge. This is the bridge that connects the Greater Mara to the Mara Triangle. The river is, it has been raining, so the river is very high and the water is raging. After crossing the bridge, we are now at the Mara Triangle Gate from this side of the Greater Mara. If you need to buy your ticket, this is where you get it. And now that our walk is over, we want to get back to where the driver was parked so that we can have our picnic lunch. We are now seated at the picnic site. The picnic was all set up, and this is near the hippo pools. The river is basically past the bushes. We had a number of visitors here. We had the banded mongoose and the Sykes monkeys that were eyeing our lunch. Sykes monkey actually stole my sandwich. I wasn't paying attention, I admit that. And then there's one that entered our car and stole a cup of yogurt. And he just opened it and continued drinking like a grown person. Well, we had fun. We are interacting with this animal, and we're excited to see what lies ahead before we exit the Mara. This will be our last day inside the park. As we headed to the gate, we were lucky to spot giraffes. We had seen giraffes early in the day, but they were quite far. I couldn't take a video or pictures of them. We were lucky enough to meet with some that were quite near the road and see them up close. They are just so tall. So do you know how many types of giraffes we have in Kenya? Can you tell the difference between the male and the female giraffe? We also spotted a family of rhinos. I think it was a male, female, and a small rhino. Unfortunately, they were too far away to capture, but we saw them via binoculars. So that's it for the Mara. Bye bye. Hope to see you next time. We are now headed out back to our hotel via the Maasai village. Our safari ended at the Maasai village. They had a welcome dance for us, of which some people joined, others opted to be photographers. The Maasais are very, very warm and very welcoming, and they made us feel at home. They showed us the traditional Maasai hats. They showed us their economic activities, how they make money to take their kids to school, and at the end of the day, we were shown how to make fire from our natural resources. As you can see, they are rubbing two sticks together. The bottom one is a hardwood, the top one is a softwood, and it was quite amazing to see them make fire in less than 5 minutes. And this is actually one of their economic activities, as we pay a gate fee for us to just see their authentic cultural life. And I think this is such an amazing experience to see a culture that has been there for so many years, and despite modernization, it's been preserved for generations and generations to come.